Okay, so I was telling you that this system is having the movement in such a direction that the current will be moving relatively clockwise. For example, you can see here that the current is moving in this direction from top to bottom, and then it is entering into the galvanometer, and then it is moving upwards and so on, and then it is going into this spiral type arrangement and backwards, and then coming front downward, then so on. It is continued and so on. It will be again entering into the system, and this current is continued. This will continue till the movement of the magnet from right to left. But if the magnet reaches at this point, for example, this is the point where the magnet has reached, then what will happen? What will happen? So what will happen that at this point, there is no more distance between the wire or between the coil and the magnet. So magnet can't move any further. At this situation, in this situation, what will happen that we have to bring the magnet backwards towards the right side. If we are bringing the magnet toward the right side, then what is going to happen? That all of the current will be moving in the opposite direction. In the previous time, it was moving in the clockwise sense in this circuit. In this circuit of the galvanometer, it was moving in the clockwise sense. This was clockwise. But when the magnet is moving away from the system, what is going to happen? That all of these directions will be changed. So what is happening? That this will be moving anti-clockwise in this system. All of the arrow directions have been changed, have been altered. So this is the main situation which is arisen in this system. This is the main activity. So this is the basic method for production of electricity. Now, so you can see here that in order to demonstrate the phenomena of electromagnetic induction, here is written, in order to demonstrate the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction, consider a coil C of wire. So this is the coil. This is coil C. Its name is C. C means coil. Coil C of wire, and connected to a galvanometer as shown in figure. So this system is connected to the galvanometer. So near the coil, it is a stationary bar magnet. At first you will be placing a stationary bar magnet which is not moving. At first it is not moving. You will be moving it later. When the magnet is stationary, if the magnet is stationary, means it is, if the magnet is not moving, then the galvanometer shows no current. Then there will be no current flowing inside the galvanometer. Zero current when there is no movement. If the velocity or movement is zero, then the current is also zero. This is the first situation. No, so shows no current, so there is no source of EMF. So if there is no current, then there is no EMF. When there is no current, zero current, and there is no battery as well. So therefore EMF means epsilon is also zero. Now if we move the magnet toward the coil C, so I have already told this situation. Coil C, the galvanometer will show deflection in one direction. So galvanometer will be showing deflection in one direction, means clockwise. Means the galvanometer will tell you that the current is moving clockwise. Now, if we move the magnet away from the coil, now second situation, if we are moving it away from the coil, means it is going towards more distance from the coil. If we move the magnet away from the coil, then the galvanometer again shows deflection, but in the opposite direction. In the opposite direction. At first, you can see that when the magnet was moving towards the coil, the deflection was in this direction. Galvanometer was showing the deflection in this direction. But when this is for moving towards it. Moving towards galvanometer. So if it is moving towards galvanometer, G for galvanometer. If it is moving towards the galvanometer, then this is the direction being shown by the galvanometer. The needle will be showing this thing. But if it is moving away from the galvanometer, sorry, from the circuit or from the coil, then what will happen? This will happen. This thing, what will happen? That the needle will be having another direction. Left side, upward left. Upward left side. This thing. Or maybe more oblique, you have to make it more oblique. This thing. So galvanometer will be showing this thing, when it is moving away from the galvanometer. I hope you have got the better understanding in both of these situations. One situation is when the galvanometer is moving toward the when the magnet is moving toward the circuit or coil. In this situation, there is a clockwise current, while when it is moving away from the galvanometer, it is having an anti-clockwise current. Now we have to see it more. In either case, the deflection will persist so long as the magnet is in motion. In either case, the situation, what will happen, that this deflection will persist. Persist means it will occur, it will continue only when the magnet is moving. If the magnet is not moving, then the galvanometer is zero. It is showing the zero movement. Let me tell you that thing. How it is possible? Let's see. So we have three situations. These are three situations. First is when the magnet is not moving toward the coil or not moving away from the coil, means it is stationary. Then the galvanometer will be showing this thing. The needle of the galvanometer will be upward only, not towards right and not towards left, only upwards, straight. This is the situation when the magnet is stationary with respect to the coil. Stationary magnet. Now, if the magnet is moving towards galvanometer, then it is showing oblique rightwards. So the arrow's direction is right upward when it is moving towards the coil, towards C for coil. And next situation is when it is moving away from the coil, then this is the situation that the arrow's direction is left upwards. This shows moving away. This happens when the bar magnet is moving away from the moving away from C. C means coil. So these are three main situations. I hope you can understand. So dear cadets, are you having any type of questions from this topic? If you have any conceptual problem regarding this topic, you may ask. Please don't hesitate. There should be no hesitation. I want you to be asking different types of questions, conceptual questions, so that it must show that you are paying attention to it. If you're not asking, then it means that you are not paying so much attention. So you must try to ask whatever you are willing to ask, whatever your question is produced in your mind.
सर इससे हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बना सकते हैं सही से, मतलब ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में?
यस जी बच्चे, बिल्कुल ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में ही बनती है और इसी प्रोसेस से ही बन रही है। ये जितनी भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है ये सारी इसी प्रोसेस से ही बन रही है जो आपके पास आ रही है। ठीक है, बैटरी के अलावा, बैटरी जो केमिकल बैटरी है, मींस गैल्वेनिक सेल और लेड एक्यूमुलेटर बैटरी, उसको तो हम नहीं यूज करते ना बिजली बनाने के लिए। वो तो सिंपली गाड़ी में या इस तरह की इमरजेंसी सिचुएशंस के लिए हम यूज कर रहे हैं। बट जो मेन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो हम प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं उसके लिए हमारे पास यही प्रोसेस है। दिस इज द ओनली प्रोसेस। वी हैव मेड इट मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स, दिस इज अ सेपरेट थिंग, बट दिस इज द main rule and main principle, and this is the main topic. This has been converted into the generator. Basically generator is working on this principle. Any good question? Any other person having any doubt in his mind, he may ask. Okay, so that was if we are having another situation, if we want to produce more and more electricity, if we are having this situation, then what we can do as far as this question is concerned? Yes, we can do that if we are having number of coil turns of the coil. For example, you can see here that these are actually 3 turns. This is first turn, round shape. This is first turn, second turn, third turn, and fourth turn. Sorry, 4 turns. It is having number n. N is equal to 4. Means number of turns is equal to 4. If we make a coil which is having 8 turns, for example, if we are having a coil which is having 8 turns, then our result will be doubled. For example, in the previous case, if we were producing the amount of current which is, for example, it is producing 10 milliamperes, then if we are having 8 turns, then the current will also be doubled. If the number of turns have been doubled, then the current is also doubled. And that is, what is that? The previous current was 10 milliampere. Now it has been doubled, since because the number of turns have been doubled, so the current has also been doubled, and that has become 20 milliampere. So you can say that the amount of the current, or you may say the EMF, the amount of EMF produced in this situation is amount of EMF produced in this situation is directly related to the number of turns of the coil. If you want to produce more EMF or more current, then you have to increase the number of turns of the coil. And if you want to decrease the amount of the current or decrease the EMF, then what will happen? That you have to decrease the number of turns. So these two quantities are directly proportional to each other. Now, but this is not the only thing. That only number of turns are not mattering in this situation. But the other thing is also being involved, and that is the magnet, the involvement of the magnet. How the magnet is being involved in this situation? That if the magnet is weak, then less amount of the EMF is produced, or less amount of the current is produced. And if this magnet is very strong, magnet means how its strength is measured by the magnetic flux epsilon, phi. So it is measured by phi. So the epsilon or the induced EMF is also directly proportional to the magnetic flux. Therefore, we can say that if both of these quantities are related, then n phi is equal to n phi is directly proportional to n phi, or is equal to epsilon is equal to constant multiplied by n phi. In this situation, constant is 1, so you can say it as epsilon is equal to n phi. Anyhow, we'll be studying it later in the next time. And for the moment, the time is over. If you still have any doubts, any questions, please, you may ask. Please don't hesitate. I am repeatedly saying that please don't hesitate. Raja Sahib, do you have any question? Okay, anyhow, time is over. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. If you still have any queries, you may ask anytime, please. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.